The Al-Issa massacre was where mass extrajudicial killings took place in the Tigray region of Ethiopia during the Tigray War on 14th of December 2020. Al-Issa, also known as Tigrinya, is a large village that belongs to the Animberkekin Tabia in the Woreda of Dogua Tembien in the southwestern zone of Tigray. The Eritrean Defense Forces (EDF) and the Ethiopian National Defense Force (ENDF) killed dozens of civilians in Al-Issa and other parts of southwestern Tigray on the 14th of December 2020. After losing a battle with the Tigray Defense Forces (TDF), the EDF executed civilians in revenge, particularly in Adi Koilo settlement. 30 civilians were killed. Jan Nissen, who was spent extensive periods living in the area as an expatriate researcher, reported. A witness name checks several slain farmers who I know from fieldwork. When the fighting started in the area, the people moved from the village to the mountains. After a time, they thought that the fight has ended, and they came back to their homesteads. The eyewitness's father then ran into the soldiers, who were slaughtering his cattle. The dog, which had been with them to the mountains, started barking at the troops, and they shot it afterwards. They started hitting his father, and he quickly became unconscious. They hit him very badly and left him for dead in the courtyard of his family house. Villagers found him and cured him using local medicine. One said the soldiers were asking us very basic information. Where is this village? Where is that village? They killed 30 people or so of our community, some of them between rock outcrops, some in a gully, and they left them dead over there. They wanted them to be eaten by hyenas. The Ethiopian and Eritrean soldiers are searching for the ousted regional leaders in every cave and every exclosure. They warn the people, for each soldier that is killed by Woyani, a generic name for TPLF, Tigray Defense Forces, and the Tigrayan resistance, we will kill 5 or 10 villagers. Besides Al-Issa and Adi Koilo, the killing spree also affected neighbouring villages such as Raesot, Tabia Animberkekin, Hala, Tibia Animberkekin, Adilal, Tabia Center, Afidina, Tabia Adi Azmera, Takul, Tabia Adi Azmera, Miheni, Tabia Adi Azmera, Masenkoi, Tabia Adi Azmera, Arebe, Tabia Center. All these villages were parts of the Dogua Tembien Woreda until January 2020, but after the admissive reorganization of Tigray, they now belong to the 3 Woredas Dogua Tembien. Tabia Animberkekin, that also includes Al-Issa, Inderta, Tibia Adi Azmera, and Garolta, Tibias Adilal and Aribe. The geographical spread of the victims over the 3 adjacent districts needs to be taken into account to understand the magnitude of the massacre. In line with the historical studies of massacres, including those committed during Armenian genocide, a massacre can be defined as a conflict incident in which at least 5 unarmed civilians were killed. on the same day at the same location. In this case, the massacre killing spree affected a whole region of approximately 10 kilometers by 20 kilometers. Typical massacres committed by Ethiopian and Eritrean soldiers in Tigray War are revenge when they lose a battle, to terrorize and extract information about the whereabouts of TPLF leaders, murder of suspected family members of TDF fighters, and terrorizing Tigray society as a whole, such as in case of mass killings in churches. The perpetrators, relatives and witnesses interpreted the identity of the perpetrators as mainly Eritrean and Ethiopian soldiers. Victims. The Tigray Atlas of the humanitarian situation mentions 30 victims in Adikoilo alone. No absolute numbers have been provided for neighbouring villages. In total, 54 victims have been identified. Aber Hailu, aged 50, Asafach, aged 60, Berhi Kidanu, aged 35, Berhi Lile, aged 45, Fisiha Kasa, aged 35, Jabrik Zabir Araya, aged 41, Jabret Sadkan Abraha, aged 52, Gide Kase, aged 40, Germe Kasa, aged 50, Goitom Kase, aged 25, Kasu Seged, aged 30, Kabedi Gabrizaber, excuse the pronunciation, aged 45, Kelimu Meles, aged 60, Legacy Gabrem Medin, aged 30, Priest Gabriel Lassie Hailu, aged 65, Taimu Tesfu, aged 25, Tesfaye Kase, aged 30, Seheye Gabrit Tense, aged 22, Sigab Hagos, aged 41, Yamine, aged 27, Yamini Zenebe, aged 40, victims in Adi Esmera, Kide Teum, aged 32, Gabru Hailu, aged 50, victims in Tukul, Shale Mabraten, aged 49, Kide, aged 72, Migna Mabraten, aged 50 in Mehene, also Menhene Arigawe Abe, aged 62, Asmelash Bele, aged 43, Tadele Teklu, aged 60, and Mabratin Lema, aged 50, victims in Adikoilu. Hailu Zenebe, no age listed. Hilof Tella, aged 65, Gabriel Gawe, Georgis, excuse my pronunciation, no age listed for that one. Priest Abadi Gabriel Michael, known age. Priest Yamane, aged 42, and 6 other priests. Victims in Raesot, Gabriel Johannes, aged 25, Hago Gabriel Johannes, aged 40, Berhe Yebo, Seged Hiluf, aged 50, Dimtsu Talahun, aged 60, Mergeta Bare Haile Selassie, aged 30, Merg Berhe, aged 42 in Efedina, also in Efedina. Ferede Hagos, aged 26. Victims in Masenkoi. Gush Atakilti, aged 22. Kidanu Kiros, aged 26. Segu Hailu, aged 26. Gidina Barhene, aged 32. Victims in Arebe. Hagos Tesfaye, aged 34. Sarui Gabriwit, aged 32. Arigawi Kasete, aged 30. And one listed victim in Hala, Gabrikidan Hailu, aged 45. Reactions. The Tigray Atlas of the humanitarian situation that documented this massacre received international media attention, particularly regarding its Annex A. This lists recent massacres in Tigray. After months of denial by the Ethiopian authorities, massacres occurred in Tigray. A joint investigation by the OHCHR and the Ethiopian Humanitarian Rights Commission was announced in March 21st, 2021. While the Ethiopian government promised that Eritrean troops would be pulled out from Tigray, the Eritrean government denies any participation in the warfare in Tigray, let alone in massacres. Thank you very much for watching, and for those who've subscribed, I also thank you very much. Any support is much appreciated. I hope that I can continue to provide you with some useful entertainment and also some information you can learn from. Did you enjoy that? If you did, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe and hit the notifications icon so you can see when I've done another video. And
I want you to tell all your friends about me.
Until next time, I am Sir Shudder. See you soon. Be safe, be cool.